this is so surreal to me because I've wanted a camera since I was maybe like 11. Whenever YouTube became a thing and the British YouTubers came out, I was that woman or that little girl that would watch every single vlog of every British YouTuber because it was just, at that time, it was my life. That's a little bit crazy. But there's a much deeper meaning as to why I wanted a camera. So when I was 16, I lost my father, or I lost my dad. I feel like father is just so formal. I lost my father. No, I lost my dad. And I still miss him to this day. Actually, let me find a photo of him for you, because why the heck not? Don't mind my teenage self, okay? This is just a hideous photo of me. But this was, if it could focus, that would be great. There you go. That was my dad, or is my dad. I don't know. He still is my dad, but he was a living person. Something to know about my dad is his sister gave him like a video camera, like 2007, I don't even know. And every single trip we'd go on as a family, or even small events that happened in my life, he would whip it out and take a video of anything and everything. And that's how I remembered my childhood. Like, if it weren't for all the videos that he took, I wouldn't have remembered my trips, like what I liked to do, my weird quirks as a kid. Like, it's crazy. They mean so much to me. Like, I would rewatch home videos almost every day when I was back at home. It's absolutely crazy. So getting a camera like this is one of my biggest dreams ever. It was my biggest dream, and now it's a living dream. Because the same sister that got my dad his camera, my aunt, she got me this camera for Christmas because I asked for it. And I cannot be more grateful for this gift, because not only can I live my 11-year-old dream of just vlogging my life, but it also just means a lot to me because it's like I'm living out the legacy that my dad left for me. So, not to pour it on thick or anything, but that's just why I love this so much. Now that I have a camera, I can start making home videos to rewatch when I'm 60 years old, and I can know if I'm interested in knowing what I did when I was 23, here you go. I also don't expect anyone to watch this really but myself, and maybe a few of my family members to see what I'm up to, but yeah, this is primarily just to make my younger self happy, my current self happy, and to make my dad happy. Hi. Alex and I just came from Shaw's because we had to buy detergent, but also, I didn't really find a costume to wear, so I'm just going as a woman dressed in fall with my flannel.
Disturbia.
Part of Alex's program is we're giving away 60 little Halloween buckets full of candy. I'll show you once we get to his apartment, but it's not full to the brim, and I'm a host that likes things to be fully packed, because people will actually remember you for being like a generous person and not be like, oh, they're skimpy. You know what I mean? Like, Alex knows this, but when I become a mom in the future, I'm going to like make sure that nothing is like half sent. Like, it's going to be full sends and full sends only.
Can I just say PSA to all Massachusetts drivers real quick? Please only put your signal on when you're actually going to turn, because then sometimes I go left as if you're going to go right at the intersection before me, and then you don't, and then I have to speed up, and then we have moments like that, unfortunately. So I love you, Massachusetts, but please put your signal on at the right time, because then I don't have to stress out my fiance.
We just arrived at Chipotle. Alex is gonna grab Chipotle.
So what do you want?
My usual.
Oh, so you're hungry?
Oh, actually, I'm not hungry.
I was gonna say, you want chips and guac?
But
Why don't you get your bowl?
And then eat it when I'm hungry.
Yeah.
Okay. That sounds good.
I guess chips and guac too.
I don't need chips and guac. Alex,
Oh,
I have a wedding dress to fit in. I don't need chips and guac right now. So going back to what I was trying to say at the beginning, I forced Alex, well, I didn't force him. We bought more candy. And this is the biggest bag we could find. 310 pieces of miniature, I can never say that word, miniature candies. I don't know how we're gonna fit. We're not gonna need all of this. I don't think we will. I want to use all of it so that we could really stuff every bucket with all the candy in the world. I'm still so annoyed that I did not find my costume. I even painted my nails black for Halloween. But that's just not happening. Sometimes I wish I was a kid again, and it wouldn't be weird if I went trick-or-treating like 3 days in a row. I used to do that when I was a kid. I went trick-or-treating at 3 different neighborhoods just so that I had enough candy. Enough candy. Like, I didn't need all that candy. But it's just surreal to me because now I'm the one that's giving out candy. I feel like I just grew up way too fast. I do have a pumpkin bucket somewhere. Hold on. There's my little pumpkin bucket. These are the buckets of candy. So each student will get a bucket. Isn't it so cute? This is a lot of candy.
I told you we didn't need that.
Look at all that candy. But we know. Oh, this is what the students can win if they guess how many Starbursts are in it. We'll get to this later. See, now they just look a lot more, you know, they look like they've been loved a little bit more.
Not that they've been loved. Gotta love on them a little bit, you know? It's like, it sounds like good.
And believe it or not, we finished all 310
wow.
pieces of candy.
You're amazing.
This is the program. We have the buckets of candy lined up, so if someone comes in, we tell them to get a bucket of candy. And then this is the Awala water bottle that they get to win if they can guess how many Starbursts are in there.
Roar!
This is Brother Daniele. Brother Daniele, welcome to my video diaries that I'm going to watch when I'm 60.
Hi, old Claire. You were very good.
Okay, hold on. If you had to say a message to 60-year-old Claire, what would you say?
Alex still loves you even though you're 60 years old.
Brother Daniele, I hope we're gonna be like friends and still live within the area when we're both like older and you get to watch this.
When you're 60 years old, since I'm older than you, you're pushing me in my wheelchair.
Good morning. It's currently 6:55 in the morning. I was supposed to get here way earlier because we were supposed to leave 5:30 in the morning to go on a hike. But, you know, who gets up at 5:30 on a Saturday? A lot of people do, but I'm trying to get back into that habit, but I just don't, unfortunately. So, look at the sunrise. It's a beautiful sunrise. A good amount of fall leaves has fallen. It's kind of sad, honestly, because now it's, you know, now it's time for the winter, and I'm not ready for it. Even 5 years of living here, even after 5 years of living here, I don't think I'll ever be ready for snow. Ever. Ever, ever, ever. But it's part of the journey, right? My favorite part about fall, aside from all the fall festivities and everything, is the crunch of... Good morning! Is the crunch of the leaves. I just think it's so satisfying when leaves crunch. Now that you can see me, because it's a little bit brighter out, hi.
The coffee's been secured and she's now happy.
The coffee has been secured. Not the coffee being secure. Yeah, no.
Oh, I thought you were laughing about the you being happy. happy part.
No. Well, I am happy. I was just telling Alex that I still can't believe that I have an actual camera. And I'm so happy, like I'm so utterly grateful because I've been wanting this for like the past 13 years of my life. And it's like a dream come true because I don't know. I don't know. Like, well, actually I do know. And I already talked to you guys about this. To you guys, meaning Claire. I talked to myself about this yesterday. It's just a way to live out my dad's legacy, and I miss him dearly. And I'm pretty sure that if my dad were still here, he would be filming every moment still. Like my graduations, engagements, little trips here and there. So doing him a favor, right? I'm doing myself a favor. This is Alex before coffee. What's with the pinky? What's with the pinky?
It's Starbucks, so you gotta be extra bougie about it.
Oh my gosh. It's golden hour. Isn't golden hour like afternoon though?
When the sun rises. Golden hour is when the sun rises and when the sun sets. When everything
okay.
looks golden.
Oh, okay. So golden hour is applicable to two times. There we go. Yeah,
the sun rises and the sun sets.
We love the vitamin D. Yeah, so it's for the morning and the evening.
Yes.
I always thought golden hour was just in the afternoon when the sun sets.
No, it's
Something I learned on Instagram last night. I know Instagram is so educational. It can be. If you're on the right side of Instagram. There was a young Catholic woman around my age who was married and, she was preparing things in the house and whatever. So it was just a video of her. But the audio was her voice, so she was doing like a voiceover. And she said, "The world is lying to us when they tell us to be young and reckless." She said, "No one tells us about being young and intentional."
Wow.
And in my head, don't get me wrong, I'm 23 now, but I definitely had my years of being young and reckless. I feel as if 99% of teenagers go through that stage. But by the grace of God, or with the grace of God, I was able to start not being young and reckless at the age of like 21 turning 22. And I became, if you're intentional about your life, I don't think there's anything you can regret, really. Well, this is just 23-year-old Claire speaking all this, so I may or may not agree when I'm 40. We will see you, Claire, when we're hiking up the mountain. We made it. Do you want to say hi?
Hi, vlog.
We did not know that you needed to have reservations to climb a mountain. So...
But by God's grace, a nice gentleman let us squeeze our car into next to his spot. I think it may be like staff parking or something like that, where we're parked, to be honest with you, but we paid the fee. We're chilling. We're here. We're gonna hike.
You can
Ooh, cinematic.
You can just hear me breathing heavily.
Right now.
We are currently...
Dude, there's a playground. Sick.
There's a playground?
There's a playground.
There's a playground. That's a deal breaker.
It's a deal breaker?
I mean, not a deal breaker.
Deal maker?
A deal maker.
Deal or no deal?
Deal. You think a 23-year-old can still play at a playground? Hold on. There's a sign here for the playground.
It says ages 2 to 12.
2 to 12.
I think
2 to 12. If I put some pigtails on, I think I can make it. Right?
True.
Look at the foliage.
You know, it's something I think about when people go camping.
What?
How do they poop? Like legit. Like say you go on
That's a valid question.
Like when you go on a week-long camping trip, like where the hell are you gonna poop?
That's a good question.
It's a great question.
The world's your oyster, the world's your bathroom, you know? We have not found our way, or We're literally just going north at this point. Oh, the trail hasn't started?
I don't think so. I mean, you did say
What?
the parking lot was full, and this looks like the parking lot right here.
Oh. Alright, well, apparently we haven't even started hiking yet. Do you know what no one ever tells you about hikes? Is you can't really spend time looking at the environment around you because you can be too busy trying to look down, making sure you don't fall over a rock or a tree branch.
Yeah, that's like deep and philosophical, because like...
What is with you and
No,
saying
like,
everything is philosophical with what I said today?
Like sometimes we're too busy like looking down or like looking at what's in front of us. Like Charlie's trying to move forward, and we gotta like look at what's around.
It's kind of just like live in the moment type of thing.
Yeah, exactly.
Which obviously, right? But it's just, that's this one thing I don't like about hikes is that you can't really look at your environment. Oh, thank you, honey.
Welcome.
Holding up the tree branch for me so that I don't fall or hit myself. Oh, that's not a way. Get to the pond. Okay, I'll show you. Look at the foliage and the green and the reds. We were supposed to make it on top of this pointy thing. I'm pointing to it right now. But yeah, we're way too far to do any of that, so that's just not gonna happen. I can just never take a normal video with you, can I?
With the Alex? No way!
Yeah, that's fine. I wasn't.
She wouldn't have it any other way.
What was
guys.
what was I expecting?
Going to the top of the mountain, and now we're not going to be able to because like time and whatnot.
I told Alex, I want to try to stand on this rock right here, in the middle.
It's not so great idea.
Here's a strategy. I get on this rock, jump, boop, and I get there. What do you think? Is it doable?
It's not the smartest idea ever.
I think we're gonna need to stop for a water break at some point. How long have we been hiking now?
We started at about 8:40 or so almost an hour.
We've been hiking for an hour?
Well, ever since
Whoa.
we parked, yeah.
That
Walking in,
doesn't
hiking
feel
up
like
the
an
mountain.
hour, but apparently it's been an hour. We just climbed, I can't even, I'm out of
Probably
breath.
Close to 40% of the way through.
We're like 40% of the way to the summit, and we just climbed up like a really steep, like rocky thing.
This is our own personal summit.
This is our summit. This is our personal summit. You know, sometimes you are like, you're pressured to compare yourself to what other people has achieved. But really, it's just at your own pace, you know?
Claritan philosophy.
Claritan philosophy is going really hard today.
Seriously.
It's just,
It's amazing.
don't compare your achievements because you'll never get anywhere if you do. Okay, there's people coming now. I'm gonna look crazy. We went a little bit further now. This is the first time I've ever like actually hiked. Thank you. This is like the first time we've ever actually hiked. So this is our summit, see? The sun is there. We're not going to the top, but I'm just proud that I even got more than a little bit halfway through. It's a hard hike. No one talks about the difficulty of hiking down because, especially with these crunchy leaves that are wicked slippery, I actually preferred hiking up than hiking down because I genuinely feel as if I'm gonna lose an ankle or a leg. How do I get down from here?
Grab my hand.
I need your hand. Oh, I did it. It's the small achievements that count. Hi, it is 2 p.m. and it's a Sunday. And I just made apple pie because we are going to our friends, Caleb and Emily for dinner. And we thought we'd give them and their family some apple pie, some homemade apple pie. And this is what I made. This takes about like a good hour and 2 hours to make. Honestly, this looks amazing. I'm not touching it because I don't want to burn myself, but look at how good that looks. And like the juices, like the sugar and the apples are like all just caramelizing together. I don't think that made any sense whatsoever, but you know, a girl watches the Food Network, so I guess I can use these terms the right way. But I tried doing the crisscross applesauce thing with the crust, so it's actually pretty good. I think I did a pretty good job. Dude, also I just realized that egg wash truly makes a difference. Like the brown, how brown it is, that's all because of the egg wash. A slice of this fresh apple pie. Well, this has to wait. You have to let it sit for at least an hour because you don't want to burn your mouth, and you also want it to stay intact and not slide around. But this pie with some really good vanilla ice cream or even whipped cream. So our friend Emily is going to be making homemade whipped cream. So I'm super duper excited about that. Okay, Claire, there is your first episode of your life diaries. And always remember that it's better to do it now and not care what people think than to regret not doing it later on in life. I hope you enjoyed it.